look at our table of values. We don't have times 0. What would it be, class? What would the grade be? So if you're going the other way, you're subtracting, right? So that would be 30. So 0, 30, if you graphed it, would be right here. And 0, 30 is on which axis?
Y.
So when it hits the y-axis, that's called the y-intercept. So I'm going to write plus 30. What does a slope mean? Yes, yes, yes. But in context, real life, it means I will have for every 2 hours studied, what happens to your grade? The grade percent increases 10. That's what the slope means, right? And now verbally, well, let's finish our graph. Sorry, all over the place. I have starting at 30, and I can use this slope 10 over 2, up 10% over 2, up 10% over 2, right? These are just the points. 2, 40, 40, 50, 6, 60, 8, 70. Let's pick a nice color. I already chose that color. Now we get to write a story. Homer Simpson scored a 30% on the test without studying. It has been known if he studies how many hours?
2.
2 hours, his grade will what? How much? So let's review. When we have these letters V-A-N-G, vang, this represents mathematical modeling. That's really messy. Do you see what it says? Good. And I started with a table of values. And from the table of values, you can create a graph, or you can create an algebraic equation. And then we can take that and also write it with words. Let's write one more thing. Let's make it a little bit fancier. The x-axis measures what? Time. So let's put t here. And y measures what? Grade. So let's write g. But pay attention here. I'm going to change this to function notation. Your grade is a function of time. your grade is a function of time. So if homework puts in 0 time into it, he gets 30%. So I can make this fancy equation over here. G of t, grade is a function of time, is just 5t plus 30. See what I did there? I just made every x value t, and I made every y value g of t. So we're going from the simple x's and y's to a function notation. Alright, so we just learned about mathematical modeling. Mathematical modeling is this phrase called vang. Class, what does the V stand for? A. N. And G. And so I gave you a table of values. 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now, you kind of learned this back in your previous math classes. This table of values is an x and a y, and this is essentially an ordered pair, right? So I could find slope by just taking the slope formula, or you can recognize that you have here, to go from 2 to 4, you have to add 2, and to go from 40 to 50, you add 10. And you learned previously that this is called your first common difference. Everyone say first common difference.
First common difference.
Raise your hand if you remember that. Good. So what can I do with that? I can take the numerically and go to my algebraically and make an equation. Partner B to partner A. What's slope-intercept form? Go. David? Well, my slope is 10 over 2. Slope is a change of y over change of x. So 10 over 2 reduces to what?
5 over 1.
5x. Class, what does the y-axis refer to? Look at your table. Well, the y's represent our grade percentage. And the x represents what? Time measured in hours. We'll go back to the algebraically, but let's go ahead and make ourselves a graph here. My x-axis is time, measured in hours. We did this with the projectile motion problems. The y-axis represents our grade percentage. So here I'm just going to use our table 2, 4, 6, 8. And maybe I'll count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. So counting by tens. So each of my tick marks represents 10.